Alright, welcome back. So I'm gonna give you a quick just a recap of what we've done so far, and then we'll be continuing with some strategy and some advice I can give you on going to the Imperial Age. So to go to the Imperial Age, it will cost 1,000 food and 800 gold and a little bit of time. But just a quick recap. So we've built our farms, we're getting wood, we have started to build our buildings for our army. As you can see, we have a small army over here. We've started doing some of the research, especially at the blacksmith. The units have been upgraded, and we've also been upgrading our farms and also the lumber camps. So just a basic video on how to start out with Age of Empires and the tricks and trades of the game. And I'll now be continuing, so we're gonna just unpause the game. So now we have the option to either go to Imperial Age or to make our villagers a bit faster to a hand cart. So the villagers will get 10 speed villagers will be 10 speed faster, and their capacity will go by 50%. So I'm going to quickly first do that upgrade. Then at the blacksmith, we've upgraded most of the important upgrades. Gold has been upgraded, so we've made a couple of units. Now in normal gameplay you will not be able to see this because the map will be black, but as you can see, is using knights. So your best defense against knights will be your spearmen over here, or your swordsman, or the long swordsman. So I think we're just gonna make a couple more of them. We're just gonna tell them with the flag to drop them there, so when it's done creating, they will automatically move to that area. And then we're just gonna increase our infantry speed a bit, so that's also an important upgrade that needs to be done. So as you can see, I've got the necessary resources up there to go to the next age. I've done the most important upgrades, so we can just now click here and we'll be going to the next age. While I'm going to the next age, we can actually now, for more defense, what you can do is we can build a wall over here. So you just drag again and you build a gate, and then you just click walls again and you build just make sure you finish out. To know that the enemy can't get past the wall, just drag it till it goes red. So as soon as you see that red flashing, then you know that you've actually extended the wall far enough that it will not enable the enemy to get around the wall. So always make sure that your enemy can't just get around the wall. And then we will also be building 2 watchtowers, so 1 on each side. And this is just extra defense, just ideas on how to get around the fence. I just want to quickly show you on the water. You'll see it looks like green grass almost there. So basically any unit can actually walk over this. You will see now you can actually walk over water. So whenever you see a connection over the water like this, build a wall around this with a gate maybe, because your enemy can come from that side over through. So that's just something to keep in mind, but in future videos we'll go in more detail with that. Right, I'm just using my villager icon down there to see if villagers are not working, and I can just assign them to work. See, my woodworkers are starting to run out of wood, so you can see when the wood is gone, you actually need to deploy your villagers to a new area. So this should be a nice area for my villagers to start chopping wood over there. And I'm just gonna look for stone on my map. Just want to continue also getting stone. Just always be careful of these jaguars. They will kill your villagers. You can actually upgrade your villagers to make them stronger with loon, but I'll be doing that in the next video. So there's some stone over there, and as you can see, we're going to the new age. So we're in the Imperial Age now. The important thing to do in the Imperial Age is to now rapidly finish building your army, because you need to start attacking. So I'm doing some of the important upgrades there. Just upgrading my long swordsman and my spearmen. Couple of upgrades like the blast furnace. I'll be going into detail what each upgrade is in a future video. So just subscribe to the channel and you can watch that videos when I post them. So not too many important upgrades here anymore, but I'm just gonna maybe also upgrade my knight and then we should be ready to attack. So I'm going with a big army for what my enemy strength are. This is obviously going to be a bit of an overkill. Alright, so more of Imperial Ages, you can't really do too many upgrades. You can see I've done most of the buildings. Not too much happens in Imperial Age that's new, but important about the Imperial Ages, you get what you call a Trebuchet. So a Trebuchet is what you use to down someone's castle or walls or important buildings. So I will be explaining in later videos, especially in online gaming, how to really use your trebuchets and how to use them effectively, because they can actually throw objects from far away, and this will help you to down a castle without any of your units taking any hits. But obviously they're very flimsy, so you need to protect them. So I'll be showing you how to protect your trebuchet also in the video. So as you can see, there it is. I'm gonna quickly just build it so you can just get an idea of what it is. Another trick to help you keep track of all your units is to actually select all your units and say control 1 or whatever number you want to select. So every time I press 1, all my horses will sprung up. So I'll double click on all my this is on our two-handed swordsman. You just double click on that swordsman and it will give you all your two-handed swordsmen, and it will only select them and only they will move. So let's just get them out of here separately. Alright, so as you can see, I've now deployed him as number 2, so this is my number 1, number 2. Just an easy way to keep track of your army. So there's my trebuchet, you can see it's now being deployed. Now just is this to attack a ground, so this is going to be an example. Usually you will just click on the enemy's building that you want to attack, and if you're close enough in range you can actually then throw what it will look like this. So it does a lot of damage to buildings, a little bit to ground units, but the main idea of them is actually for downing buildings. You can see it can throw fairly close and it can throw fairly far also. Maybe that's a bit too far. Oh no, it does work. And then you can direct it wherever you want to. So I'll be using this in the attack. It will be a bit of overkill, but it will just give you a good idea of how it works. So just remember, these upgrades cost a lot of gold. So like I said, you want to go get those relics. I think the enemy has gotten most of the relics now, so you need to be aware of that. So we're gonna have to go search for gold. You can always look on the map for these yellow patches. You will see them there, and you can just deploy your units there. So before you go into battle, make sure that you've actually managed your village quite well. Make sure there's enough farms, so that you don't need to come back. Your farms don't need your attention while you're attacking, because when you're attacking, it's gonna require all your attention. So we're just gonna break this trebuchet down again by clicking on that package there. It takes a couple of seconds for that to happen. There's a lot of other upgrades you can also do here, so I'm just gonna upgrade my trebuchet. We'll go into that details in a new video that will be coming out soon, within the next couple of days. So just remember to subscribe to my channel for that. I've also got other videos on Clash of Clans, so if you're playing Clash of Clans or want to find out more about the game, definitely have a look at my playlist on Clash of Clans. I'll be making a lot more videos there, and I will also be concentrating on Age of Empires. So we're just gonna get close enough to the enemy. You can see he's got a lot of knights over there. So I'm just gonna use my enemy. You can't select all of your units in one go. You are limited, so usually that's why I prefer to group my units as 1, 2, 3. You can see his units are coming out. The computer will obviously be aware that I'm coming, so it's a bit different for campaign mode than when you're playing online. So I want to get my trebuchet closer. I want to get my spearmen here, because my spearmen have an advantage over my knights, and then also my champions. So they change the name a bit when you upgrade them, so just be aware that the names does change. So you can see I'm gonna use my trebuchet. I'm gonna just deploy it on a building. It's gonna move till it's close enough and then it will unpack itself and will start attacking his building. So you can see easily gonna destroy his army, but you wanna just make sure you protect your trebuchet also there, because that's usually what units go for. So I just need to get units over there, very important. To make sure I protect my trebuchet. And as you can see, the idea of attacking your enemy is just you need to destroy as much of his buildings, kill his villagers, and destroy his army. So this is a very easy village to destroy. When you play online or play a bit harder or play the campaign modes, it's going to be quite difficult. So it's never this straightforward, but when you're just learning how to play the game, it's quite beneficial. So usually you want to target a town center, because then you can't make any more villagers, and that's also the core of any village. So luckily it doesn't have any castles, that makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to use my horses to hunt his villagers so that they can't get resources or build new buildings or build castles or anything like that. And as you see, I'm going to basically now just win the match and it's going to be all over. But you just want to attack the core buildings. What you want to basically attack is his buildings to make a war unit, and his town center, and then his villages. And if you destroy enough, the computer will automatically say that you've won and the other enemy has been defeated. So there you are victorious. So I've basically just shown you how to attack now, what units to make, and then yeah, you can just view your achievements. So I will be making more videos on now the closest strategy, how to farm effectively, how to get wood effectively, how to rush your town, your village, how to build a strong defense, also how to rush other bases. I'll be starting to play online, so there's a lot of different videos of me bringing out. I'll also be looking in depth at each civilization, and we will also be doing a video on each unit in the game, looking at what is the advantages, disadvantages, what's the strong points. Same with the civilizations. So I've got a ton of videos planned for Age of Empires HD. So remember to subscribe, and if you have any suggestions or comments, just hit me down in the comment section and I'll reply to that. Maybe I'll get some video ideas. So till the next video, just